Hello and good evening, viewers, wherever you are. Welcome to our studios on West Coast region, the Gambia, Farato, and that is the little smiling coast of the Gambia, West Africa. Well, it's another program of your favorite sport program that comes your way on Atlantic Online TV every Sunday from 8 to 9. And this is Sport 360 Live. I'm Big Sam International, the host. Of course, on my left here is the one and only Momodu, my co-host. Momodu, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Big Sam. I am so glad to be here again because I have missed this studio for a while now. And I also thanking everybody who is watching us live and also everybody who want to watch and he or she may be busy on another thing. I am saying good evening to you all.
Thank you very much, Momodu. And today, the one and only Ibrahima KB Sonko, the award-winning journalist, top journal I call him, of course, also serve as the PRO and media officer of Brikama Sports Committee. And of course, we all know him, Ibrahima KB Sonko. KB, welcome to today's episode.
Well, thank you very much, Big Sam, and a warm good evening to anyone watching us live from Atlantic TV. And I must say I'm glad to be here. This is for the second time again. Yeah. A pleasure to share our platform with all of you.
Thank you. That is Ibrahima KB Sonko, and that's my host, or rather, that's my guest today. Of course, KB, as we all know, like he said, he was here on this program one time, and here we bring him for a reason. Before we go, I remember Atlantic TV Sport 360 comes on air every Sunday from the hour 8 to 9 o'clock. And once again, we want sponsors are invited. If you want visibility or you want everything, you will be. Today's program, of course, it's in three folds. One, we'll be talking with our guest, Ibrahima KB Sonko here, about the Brikama Nawetan, the League Nawetan final was played last time between Manduar and Amasa, and it was a stalemate, and by virtue of the constitution, it should be replayed. Now, a new date have been, of course, already scheduled, which is on Sunday. We'll talk to KB Sonko about the final game again. And the other one will be one of the best ever finals that I can say I watched, and of the year 2023-24, the West Coast Zonal Championship Final, the third edition, also was played on New Year's Day, 1st January, at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium. That final also went to a stalemate, and it is rescheduled. We'll talk a little bit about that, though we don't have a particular date for that rescheduled game as of now. And our final episode will be, of course, as Africa and the nation and the whole world is gearing up for the AFCON 2024, which is to kick off a couple of days from now. That is on the 13th, come Saturday at Ivory Coast. Of course, we'll talk about especially Gambia preparation towards it, and then what we can talk. All coming up, Mamadou, in today's edition. I think it's going to be a very, very good program. Mamadou? I was telling, I said, all that's going to be, memory is a bit distorted. Yes, I said this program that are coming up, think is going to be a very good program.
Yes, because we will be talking about very, very interesting things in our program. So I think in that case, it is going to be a very, very interesting program, as you said.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mamadou. Well, now we will throw the baton to my guest today, Ibrahima KB Sonko. He sometimes call me my uncle. I never accept that. Right away, KB, the first topic is Brikama Sports Committee League Final have been rescheduled, which we know by virtue of your constitution, a league final when stalemate should be replayed again between the Sate Babos Amasa and the neighbors Manduar. Take us through, because we learned that the new date have been also, which is on Sunday, so yeah.
Yeah, on Sunday, the 14th of January, will be the replay final between Amasa FC and that of Manduar United. So it will be a replay match, a match that many are talking about as far as football in Brikama is concerned, because for the first time ever, one of these two teams will grab the trophy. I must remember they were in the final twice in 2 occasions before, and they couldn't win it. And for Mandua, they were in the final 2 years ago against Sanjeba, and they lost. So this is a monumental final for these two teams, because we have to revisit the history books. At least one of these teams' name will be printed in our history books. So it will be a very important final. So that explains how the last game went. They both teams fight tooth and nail, but they cannot penetrate each other's backline. So it has been an interesting one, and finally we thought it wise to also schedule another final for this. It will be for this Saturday. So Sunday rather, on the 14th. Come on Sunday, there will be a very big match, a gigantic match, I will tell you that, between these two teams, because these two teams, they have always proven that, at least for the 2023 Northern season, that they are the best. So no matter what happened, that day there will be a winner. Like what happened in our last final, we could not decide a winner. We cannot decide a winner because there was a stalemate draw, like you rightly said in the intro. But this time around, even if there is no winner, the penalty shootout will decide.
So there will be, and there must be a winner on Sunday, come the 14th of January 2024. A little bit on the last final. What are the most captivating, as far as you're concerned? You are the media officer and the PRO. What can you tell us about the last final?
Well, the last final was, for me, it was also one of it will go on the list as one of the most attended finals too. Remember, Amasa hails from Brikama Sadeba, Sanekunda to be precise, while, Manduar is a whole community. So, they always pull out crowds. So, a lot of people come there to make sure that they watch them. But like I said too, it was a battle of supremacy. Which other team will claim the trophy and write your name, on the history books of the Brikama Sport Committee. So we couldn't find which team is stronger on the day, because on the day of the final, you could see both teams were fighting very well to make sure that they break the deadlock, but they try to keep each other at bay, and there was no. There was goal scoring opportunity, but again, the goalkeepers and the defenders were equal to the task, and then the match was played at that, like that, and it produced no winner. And like you said before, the constitution says that in an event that there is no winner, the 90 minutes, the match has to be rescheduled till another day. So this is where the misconception also comes. Some people will blame the committee for that, but again, it is not the committee. It is not actually the committee. It is the, it is the what the constitution say. If you understand, the committees always go with the dictates of the constitution. There are people who entrust us to be members of the sport committee. So when they entrust you as a member of the sport committee, they give you a guiding principle, and the guiding principle will be that of the constitution. So they expect you to rule by the constitutions and the rules and regulations that govern football, sport and football in Brikama. Exactly. So that's what exactly we have done. But I'm sure, most people understand. There are some people who just don't understand, because even if you are from Brikama and East Satellite Village, you know that it has been a norm. It has been a norm that when there is the first final doesn't produce a winner, we reschedule the final to another date. But come on Sunday.
On Sunday, it's going to be.
If there is no winner within 90 minutes, okay, separate them.
There you go. So the Sateba boys, or Sateba outfit, if you want to call them Amasa, will play against Manduar come Sunday, 14th January 2024 at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium at 4:30 p.m. to decide the final. There would be a winner that day. Mamadou, your take of that final, or do you have any question for KB?
No, my take of that final is, if you look at the final, was played between a whole village or a whole community plays against a Kabilo, and there was no winner, and the game has been rescheduled to Sunday. And on that day, we saw teams playing made so many mistakes. They were not capitalizing on their chances. And on Sunday, we will see each team will come up with an idea of winning, or they will want to learn from their mistakes, because we see so many chances were squandered on the first day of the final, and on Sunday will be the replay. So the strikers of either side will try and give their team the victory if they have the chances that they got on the first day of the final.
What was your most captivating thing in that final?
Because the population was very came out in large numbers to witness that final. I was even surprised because seeing that type of people coming to watch the game.
The crowd was too much.
It was a community versus a village, because whenever a community like Manduar is playing, they will pull out crowd
to come and watch it.
So when they were lucky to be part of the final or the finalists, we know they will come out with crowd.
So the crowd, the ambience was overwhelming, and that was. In fact, I talked to KB about that in the knockout final. I told KB, "This is not your crowd," and then, but in the league, it proved that that's not the crowd. Something somehow was not done during the knockout for reasons I don't know. But then in the league final, the first leg, which was the schedule, we saw ambience, we saw crowd, we saw. I mean, everything was there.
Yeah, I think the difference also was, in the first final, it was between Kuta Jombolu and Fortune. If you understand, Fortune have now moved on from being a non-league, a non-league football team to a league football team. So, people around Farato and Busumbala and its satellite villages that support Fortune will put, will make sure that, they put more of their efforts on the main Fortune team that is playing in the pinnacle of Gambian football than that of the one that is playing in. So you understand, people around Farato might not turn up, or Busumbara might not turn up to watch, but you also see that a whole lot of people in Sadeba and Brikama were there to watch the final. But because Brikama is the theater of entertainment, it's a ground that is synonymous of pulling a whole lot of crowds. So some people were disappointed because they feel like we could have done much more better than that. But comparing it to the league final,
it's a different.
Naturally in Brikama, people watch more of the league than the knockout. So it doesn't matter which teams are playing in the knockout, but the league will always attract more.
So that's why we have a lot of. But Kevin, before we go to our next topic, remind the audience or the listeners about, or our viewers about the final, when, where, the time, and the ticket. Quickly.
Well, the tickets are $50 flat. I think that is the minimum standard at Box Bar as of now. And then the final will be on the 14th of January on Sunday. This coming Sunday will be the final. And again, there are individual prices. The last time we announced the individual prices during the final, during the first final. We are partnering with Ajib Bank, and then they will be giving a certificate and $5,000 to the best player of the marathon.
Yeah.
A certificate and a cash prize also of $5,000 to the best goalkeeper. The best coach, the best fans club. They will all go home with a certificate and a $5,000. So that's a whooping amount of money for any young player to receive. A certificate for recognition forever, and at least a remuneration of $5,000 for you to go home with.
Well, that's fine. I know if the Badibunka get it, they will go for a whole community party. Before we go, anything on the final? Oh, yes, from you?
I just have a question to ask KB.
Okay, quickly.
KB, on Sunday is the replay final between Amasa and Manduar. Though they are neighbors, I can say. How do you take this final to be on Sunday?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, these are two very good teams with a distinct way of playing football. Amasa, we all know them. They are this never dying team. They bite where you don't expect them. It's a very difficult team to predict playing against. But you didn't know which type of playing style they will come up with. Many spectators and pundits leading to the final were saying that Amasa will defend and hit Manduar on counter. But that was not the football they played on that day.
Okay.
The football they played on the day was, they were possessing the ball, trying to create, some chances in midfield, especially when Bayensa came in the second half. And then for that of Mandua, we know that they can possess the ball, they can hit you on counter as well. So it will not be an easy game. So come that day, we'll see the best of football.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, KB and Momodu. All right. The second topic what we're gonna talk about before the break, it's the West Coast Zonal Championship, the third edition of the West Coast Zonal Championship final. Well, this was a very, very excellent crowd, one of the best crowd I saw that tournament. But nonetheless, I once again must thank my media team, which include all these gentlemen right here. We have a media campaign, and then it was played on the 1st of January, Monday, 2024, at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fonyi came, Combo South came. It was massive. People of Fonyi turned out as early as 9 a.m. in the morning in Brikama, finding where to buy some breakfast. Well, anyway, and then we have some pictures of them leaving early morning with some gele-geles and boys, etc. But that was a huge crowd. But that match also was played against the defending champions, the former champions, Gunjur, and the debutant, that is Fonyi, the surprise element. But that game also proved a stalemate, fruitless on that day. It ends, of course, as a stalemate, and then the game is rescheduled. Meanwhile, as an executive member, I am also the head of the media. We're trying to look at the suitable position, but yet still we don't have, because Gambia Football Federation are playing their league, Brikama Sports Committee are playing their games, second and first division teams are going on. So we are yet to find a date for that. But then, in our midst, we are looking. If there's no, or watching and then looking at the possible means, but if there's nothing or no place, we will settle for the 18th of February 2024, Gambia's Independence Day. Tentatively, that's what we have. If there's no space, we are going to play that final. But first, Momodu, before KB, the final was one of the best. The crowd, the ambience. What's your take of the West Coast third edition final, which is rescheduled now for a later date to you?
I think it was the best final I ever watched since this West Coast Zonal final. If football starts in West Coast, because looking at the final, it was well published, well organized by the committee, and the turnout during the final was excellent. Because since I started watching football in Brikama, I did not see the crowd that I saw on that day in Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Because I talked to many people, they say there was people outside who could not able to enter and watch this final. And even there was people inside, but they were not seeing the pitch. They were just standing, not seeing the pitch. They were just listening to the sounds, and the football also was just amazing, because both teams played a very, very good football. They created chances. Gunju should even finish Fonyi, but they could not, because looking at the chances that Gunjur had, clear chances that Gunjur had, Fonyi could not. Because before the game, many people predicted that Fonyi will be the upper hand. But when the game started, everybody knew that Gunjur came with a style of football that many people did not expect on that day, Big Sam.
Well, I think you're very right there, Momodu, because to be honest, I think in fact, when the game goes halfway or three-quarter way, I told people, I said, hey, I was not expecting this kind of performance from Gunjur. Well, hey, why? Gunjur, they have the longest serving coach. They are in this competition for 3 years. Fonyi came in the first edition and missed out in the second edition, but Gunjur play in all the third. So that's an experience, and with the coach that have been there for so long, I think basically they play a game that nobody taught. So to be honest, being a former champion, they demonstrate that. And then with Fonyi, I think they miss their game plan that day, because the way we saw them, and watch them play in the competition was a different ball game on that day. Maybe the crowd, because we talked to the coach later. Maybe you will see that later in our episode. We talked to the coach. That maybe the crowd, maybe the ambience. Some of them have never played in front of that kind of a crowd, so that could also be part of it. But you cannot see that in the Gunjur boys. Maybe they are used to that. But let's turn our mic to KB. KB, you were there live, and you're also part of the media. The West Coast Zonal Championship final.
Well, it was the atmosphere was electric on that day. So wherever you are, you know that there is something in Brika. In fact, there were people calling me early morning. What kind of tournament do you have at Box Bar? I told them actually we don't have any game at Box Bar as of Brikama Sport Committee. But again, we also have there is a West Coast Zonal final on that day. So, coming back to the game, it was an end-to-end stuff, the game was very lively. Yes, some people will tell you that watching a football match without a goal is boring, but no one will go home bored that day because the fans of Kunjur, the fans of Fonyi were on top of their voice, make sure that, they cheer their voice at any given moment they have. So, and the crowd also is amazing. I don't have to talk much about that because that one is unprecedented, it's something that has never happened in, even if it happens, I would say, I'll compare that crowd with Brikama, their first ever championship match in CAF against West Wakam, or, their second round match at home against Experience de Tunis, or their first test match in 2012 against Casa Sport. Apart from those ones,
that's what I'm coming to.
Apart from those ones, I can't just compare that crowd to any other crowd, because on Sunday, on Monday morning, I was talking to a journalist. I said, okay, yesterday on Sunday you played a final against you played a final in Brikama, and the turnout was massive. I told the journalist that the kind of crowd I saw at Box Bar, it was of a kind. But he asked me whether people will turn up for the West Coast Zonal final. I said, as we speak, people are already, in fact, at Box Bar paying ticket. So that's magnified that the kind of people that come, and that kudos has to go to the West Coast, the organizers, for organizing a unity tournament, and a unity tournament that the community went on to cherish, because this is community football. So Fonyi went to the final, with Gunjur, and the whole community embraced it, and not only Fonyi and Gunjur, but it have to be Combo South, Fonyi, and everybody in every part of West Coast, and even in KMC and Gedebanjun area. I will tell you that there are people who travel all the way from Seattle and you are to come and watch that final. So because of what lead up to the final, the preparation of the final, the advertisements and everything, the media awareness, so kudos to the media for bringing that. Like I said, if not the media, it is practically impossible for all those crowd, all those people to be there. Because they are the one who talk to people, make people understand what is at stake. So for me, it is a very good final.
Thank you, KB. Anything before we go for a break, Mamadou, on that? Okay. Like I said, again, that West Coast Zonal third edition final between the former champions Gunjur and the debutant Fonyi will be replayed. Like I said, still we don't have a permanent date, but then if nothing is possible on the 18th February, Gambia Independence
on the 18th might not be a good day.
Okay, it might not, but basically,
you know what happened? On the 18th will be the day of the primary, the interregional athletics championship at the stadium. One.
All right.
And secondly, on the 18th will be the last day of the inter-schools. Might be the last day of the inter-schools, secondary school inter-school championship,
which is going to be
going to be at Bottrop.
Okay.
So I know. So Division 2
well, KB. All right, that's okay. Don't worry. Now we will come to that a proper date between that, and then we will communicate to you. Like I said, but before we go for a break, we get a very good picture of those games with my able cameraman Sirif. Enjoy those cutaway and all those games. At the end of the game, I spoke to both coaches and the captain of both sides too, and yes, and some of the players. But then you can watch that. We'll go for break and we will come back. Stay tuned. you live on Atlantic Online TV, Sport 360 Light, as we are here at the Box Bar Mini Stadium for the third edition of the West Coast Zonal Championship Final. Well, the first final here we are ends 0 to Gunjur and 0 to Fonyi, and from the organizing committee that we learned, it's going to be rescheduled for another day. But I have the captain for Gunjur with me. Yes, big man, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Baseku Jasi.
Baseku, how was it like the game today?
Yeah, it was a very tense game, as you can see. So both teams played very well today. Yeah, so I think for us, we need to work very well when we go back. So do our homework on scoring. Yeah, as you can see today, we lose many chances here. Yeah.
So that's why I want to ask you, what was the preparation like from you as the captain and your boys towards today's final? And what was the energy in the dressing room?
Yeah, so we know that it's final, so it will never be easy. Yeah, and we're playing. We are playing with a team that we played in the group stage. So that's Fonyi. We played with them inside Gunjur, so we won by 1-0. Yeah, but it was not an easy game. So we know how to approach them in this final. So we respect that as a team. So, and then we know how to play against them. Yeah.
Because I think in this tournament you have played with them in the first edition and now you play with them twice in this. Are you disappointed or from Gunjur that today the trophy does not go back to Fonyi or Gunjur?
Yeah, I think we played against Fonyi. This is this is the fourth time that we played against Fonyi, but they never won us. So their best result was a draw. Yeah, so I'm quite a little bit disappointed about we don't find the bag. Yeah, we don't find the bag of the net. So, but I believe that we will work on it. When we come back, we'll see the difference.
So, what would you want to tell us in the next replay final here at Box Bar?
Yeah, I believe my fans will not disappoint. Will not be disappointed. Yeah, I believe.
Captain, what's the name again?
Baseku Jasi.
Baseku, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there you say half to from Baseku. Next we will have the captain for Fonyi, who also works so tirelessly. Thank you, Captain. What's the name again? Musa, thank you so much. Congratulations, and of course, a job well done. Can you come a little bit closer, please, for the camera? Musa, how do you feel about the game today?
Because na performance man beri adara nga perform nya during na quarter final kara semi final na performance drop battle this game.
Yeah, because Mobe Alemen play in the tournament, everybody definitely expect a different one, but we are a little bit disappointing because we don't expect for you to play. Is it over preparation or you are exhausted or what?
Preparation over at bakele because nyaji 10 days before the final, Mobe Kampale. They were luckily, Modi Yamika Field, they can not luckily. So, Nakara will walk over better. Nagajan and Boysol for Crown Unisa Malong, by a performance dal over drop therapy, drop button. Babake.
But Allah preparation and Allah training towards this final. Look at Nunyami.
Was wonderful. Yeah, Koizole Dogokele, everything big and Yandamikela. So, Ndola na janga deliver Nyame. Why I drop battle dal solo for no. Ngami expect player to ndol player makanya madal.
Okay, silang a drop tale ale preparation so ale ko be soto but be ifanga ya disappoint la. Next final member schedule yo je nyaade la alla de daro be kala nyaade preparation o.
O fo so mbida ambe parla kama be ko nyaaju na finishing tat. Wala na problem mod. Be ko nyaaju nga chance min create siadale am kilim man kapela sa. So mbatra ni muta ngao karang ngo jiwe bagam bokela nyam.
Captain is a funny lahidi no bang anim fansol ko next time ni muta na brigand box bar minister for the final abita funny.
Inshallah karo nyinang la fala ka trophy di karo nyinang na ala sonda mala ka na ron pile ko denke. Mfana la fala nyinang la fala trophy di mfana nga siri sama sa fon di ngole mfana nga trophy di funny kansala. Anu abekene record let. Because funny na mo for semi final so final. So ronga tirandara for semi final dara for final. So ma make sure la faka kubodi na kubodi fana isa history bugo vanto se taranoje. Yeah.
Well, Mo, do you have another? Come this way. Do you have another question for him?
With all the experience of Gunjur side, aliake no nyadle with your defenders, inila defenders, kela striker ta ka muta ka bali golola. all the 90 minutes?
Mpilera nung at the round, nga balik ka golos ko nya after last minute another more police. So this time I'm banga to. Do nga lo na the same person na pile lo ko denke. So wala nang pareta kan wadal. Akira nya ti mo man pile nya wa mo nga min lahidi. Ko so ko nyina jem do anan gol sotola ni alo sonda andu ngo kele and next game be kela the same thing be kela ko denke. Ba tira nga pil han chance akana soto. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Captain. All right, we have the coach. Okay, thank you so much. Like I said, it's the final. We have the coach. Of course, camera head of course, Fonyi. Hey, welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, what is the motive, or how is the feeling about today's final?
Yeah, a bit disappointed that we feel we could have completed the game today because of we created chances. But equally, with due respect with Gunju, they equally created chances. It could have gone either way. But we definitely felt today we have the opportunity to bury the game, and we came for it. But it's unfortunate that it's going for a replay, which we did not want. But we have to go again and regroup and try again and wait for the next one, which we definitely feel we will take it home.
Sorry. Are you disappointed because people said the way Fonyi plays from the get-go to the semi-finals is quite different? We don't expect the kind of game that we have today. In fact, even your captain attests to that. It's a bit disappointed. The organization, the preparation, everything, but the game today was a little bit disappointing. Why do you think that happens?
Yeah, the reason is we knew that these boys are young, and equally this is the first time playing this magnitude kind of football, this kind of a game. It's for the first time for them playing in a final, and a big final like this. They're a bit nervous, so you could understand that nervousness get them in the game, and that impacted their game. But notwithstanding, it's an experience for them for this first final and the second final. We are hopeful and sure that it's going to be very, very different come this next final.
Okay, what do you think went right for you and went wrong for you?
Yes, what went right for us, we created a lot of chances, and that's a good impression for us. What went wrong for us, we gave some chances to Junju, which we could have avoided. So next game we're going to work on our defensive shape and making sure we maintain our strength in attack. Yes.
So it's like this is a landing point. So come the next final, what is your message to your people?
Yes, my message to my people is sorry that we did not complete the mission today because a lot of Fonyinkas came, and we felt that we were going to take it home. But we are going to assure them that let them come out again next final. We're going to score and we're going to win, and we're going to take it home. That's the mission, and the mission will be completed, inshallah.
Okay, you want to take some?
Coach, we see that you withdraw the number 6 who was doing all the damage for you in the heart of the field against Gunjur. Why do you do that?
Yes, football is all about risks. It's about taking risks. We sit to it that we want to finish the game today. That's obvious. That's why we did the offensive changes. This is why we brought out the number 6 and bring in an attacking player, a more attacking player for that matter. We're going to do risks, so that's how football is. But we also learned from it that yes, it was too risky, but we definitely wanted to kill the game today. That's what we wanted.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
So they call him the longest serving coach. Coach, and that goes with experience. Coach, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Coach, what can you tell us about the game today?
Yeah, it's a fair result. But if you look at the game, I think in the second half, we could have buried the game, honestly. We had a lot of chances that we need to put at the back of the net, but we could not capitalize on them. So we have nobody to blame but ourselves. But because if you look at it, we should be crowned champion now. Yeah, honestly.
So what was the preparation like, and what was the energy in the camp before the game?
No, it's all the same. It's very high because we all knew, when you're going to play a final, you need to prepare very well, very well, to make sure you win. Because any team that play a final, is not an easy team. So to win it, you have to make sure you prepare extra, to make sure you have it. Yeah.
So today, what do you think went right for you and what went wrong for you?
I think if you look at the first game we played with them in Gunjur, they were more dominant in terms of ball possession, But in the second half, we were lucky to score a goal. And the same today also, in the first half, they were a little bit better team than us. But in the second half also, we had a better chances that we need to put at the back of our net. That's football for you. No matter how position you have, at the end of the day, the chances that you have to make sure that makes the difference. So if you cannot, convert those chances, it's always a problem. Yeah.
So, what is the preparation like for the next final, and what is the message for the people?
The preparation will be top. Will be like a double preparation. In fact, it's going to be extra preparation because we have seen their team and we've seen their strength, their players, how they play. We have seen all of it, and then we know our weakness now too. Maybe we are not that much clinical to score goals today, but what we can do next time is to go back to the drawing board and make sure we, try to work on our finishing to make sure any chance we have next time we can capitalize on it.
All right, thank you so much. After speaking to the captain, the coach, we have here my own big brother. I'm proud of him, Mr. Body Dabo. Of course, he is, the sales and marketing, director for Bell Bottling. Bell Bottling, meanwhile, a house in West Coast region. And of course, there are production services all around. We are very happy, and West Coast region zonal champions are very happy to be associated with Bell. Mr. Dabo, welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much, my brother. I am honored to be here.
Well, Bell Water, tell us a little bit about Bell Bottling.
Well, Bell Bottling is a new company. We are housed in West Coast region by Combo East at Bonto. Right now, we are producing beverages that the Gambian people like. We're doing soft drinks like fruit cocktail, Bond Cola, sliced orange. And very soon, by next week, we are coming with the favorites of the young people. That is the energy drink. This one is called Conda. So it's a very powerful one, and I'm quite sure people will like it. So Bell is a company that has come to provide the Gambian people with the best beverages in the country at affordable prices. The prices are very reasonable, but the quality is top notch. There's no product in the country that can beat our products. That one I can show you 100%. So I'm challenging the West Coast people to make it their own. If you make Bell drinks your own, and Bell company your own, certainly you will see Bell in West Coast, as we are housed here. Yeah.
Mr. Okes, thank you so much. Yes, finally, before we go, what is the message? I know the carton is 450, which have 24, and the bottle is $25. Finally, from you?
Yeah, thank you. That's the price of our drinks, and nobody should sell to you at $30. All our price are $25. For the energy drink, that will be $35, but the rest are $25. Yes. So I know I'm from Fonyi, and I'm warning my Gunjur people. Next time, we'll beat them with the Conda energy. We'll beat them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Body Dabo. Thank you so much.
Do you need a quality and affordable electronic appliances for your homes and offices? Worry no more. E-Electronic got you covered with the growing of modern digital electronic devices with good quality, guarantee, and affordability. E-Electronic is the best and trusted place for you. Browse now to E-Electronic and get the best quality of a wide range of appliances such as refrigerators, microwaves, gas cookers, washing machines, fan of all types, chargers, headsets, headphones, flat screens, dispensers, air conditioners, plumbing materials, HDMI cable, solar panel, solar batteries, water pipes, and tanks. Visit us today at Brickham Market opposite Islamic Bank or call us on 788-9398 or 9819-398. Better still on 6789389. E-Electronics, dealers of all electronic wholesale and retail.
Hello viewers, welcome back on, of course, our Sport 360 Live on Atlantic Online TV. Call it Atlantic. If you can even get us on the Facebook, just follow us, Atlantic TV, the Gambia. We are on our special program, the sports program, famous and the most talked about, called Sport 360 Live. Once again, I am Big Sam. together with my host Momodu, and the guest today is Ibrahim KB Sonko. And this time around, our final phase of the program will be as the continent Africa and the whole other world or other continent will be watching. That is the African Cup of Nations 2024, hosted by Ivory Coast, or Cote d'Ivoire as the French will call it. We'll kickstart this Saturday coming on the 13th. Well, all eyes is on us, Gambia. Meanwhile, Gambia is on a group that normally we call a tough group, or some call it even a group of death, where you have the defending champion Senegal. Of course, we know most appearance in the competition, and of course also previous winners Cameroon, Guinea, that is Conakry, and the Gambia, who are going for their second time in AFCON. And this is a special edition that we want to talk about. Already, information are ticking that the Scorpions have already left the source of the Gambia to Yamoussoukro, Ivory Coast. Of course, that's my co-host here, Momodu, and of course, Ibrahim KB Sonko is right here. Momodu, before you come, let me engage KB. KB, Gambia's road to CAN, the preparation to AFCON 2024. We know it marks a lot of here and there from the training camp, and now finally, even later today, they have to. What's your take of the whole issue before Momodu comments, right?
So sorry. I think our inexperience has played a part, because this is for the second time we are only participating in AFCON. Yeah. The other time we went to Morocco to prepare, and this time around, the boys have to be here first. They called, about 57 names, 47 names. So when they call those names, they email and fax, their clubs and the players as well, and most of them were back in town for that. But what happened then? The coach. We know the Gambia is not as rich as other continents, other countries rather. So it doesn't take much for some of us to know who is in the squad. When some of us were saying that Yusuf Bob is in the squad, and then some people are saying, "Wow, what happened? Are you crazy?" But again, we definitely know that he's in the squad. In fact, a week even before the squad was announced, we knew that people like Yusuf Bob will make the final squad. But then when they came, they have to assemble here, then to have some training before going back to before heading to Saudi for their AFCON preparation training camp. But unfortunately, they have some logistic delays, so they couldn't left on time. The trip was delayed for about 3 to 4 days, and then when they left, the Gambia decided, before leaving, they decided to leave with exactly the 27 players that will be representing Gambia at the 2023 CAN in Cote d'Ivoire. So we knew exactly what will happen. So at that point, we know that there are some delays, and the delay was not good for the team. But again, because FIFA and CAF gave us a good number of time for us to prepare ourselves better. But unfortunately, we missed the opportunity to prepare better, because some people somewhere around in the logistic committee of the NCC, the National Committee of the Gambia AFCON Drive, could not do their job well, and then we were delayed. That was the first point we missed. And then the players should be paid their AFCON qualification bonus when the.
But Kevin, what about the training camp in Saudi?
Yeah, I'm coming. Then the training camp in Saudi, most of the players were very happy with what happened. At the camp, it was very nice. The top facilities were top notch. They are equally as good as the one they have at their clubs level, if not even better. So there was no complaint about the facilities and the and the treatment they get in terms of food and logistic and accommodation and everything in Saudi. But their only problem was while they were in Saudi, they were trying to negotiate before even the public to be. They don't even want the public to know, to negotiate for their unpaid qualification bonus to be paid on time. But unfortunately, and then whatever happened, people do not adhere to their request, and they went and met the presidency come back to their hotel, and then they have to appear. They're supposed to appear rather for the for an exhibition training at the Independence Stadium. Then the players decided that they are not moving an inch unless their AFCON qualification bonuses are paid, or else even AFCON they are not going.
Wow, that was the turning point.
So that caused a hula baloo. I remember when some of us write about it. You know, there are people who comment you start your negativity or whatever, because here, you know, in the Gambia, if you want to be so critical about issues, you know, people see you as another different person. But again, that's what the job also has. The job also entails sometimes. We understand, you know, at some point when they understand what we meant, we are also Gambians, so we don't want anything that will defame our country elsewhere. But again, we also owe it our job to make sure that we are doing the right thing. So when that one was settled with the intervention of the president, His Excellency Adama Barrow, through the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Youth and Sport, their allowances, they were promised that the allowances will be paid, and in fact, through the team captain, you know, speaking on over the media, that you know, the money was paid to the banks. They did not receive it yet. That was before, at least before they left to Cote d'Ivoire. So I know they already left. They are in Cote d'Ivoire. They are in Cote d'Ivoire right now. But yesterday, on Wednesday, they're supposed to leave. But unfortunately, they do the check-in and everything. They enter in the plane. 7 minutes on board on the plane, you know, everything start to get worse for them. I know I am not a cabin crew expert, but again, according to reports, according to what the players and officials said, said, you know, there was some lack of oxygen in, and then all of a sudden they have to apply an emergency landing. If not, all the players and the officials in that plane could even lose their life because of what happened. So that was unfortunate. And then social media, everybody was angry because, you know, they could have lost their life. That could have been, you know, a tragedy for the Gambia.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, you know, nothing serious happened. They came back, went to their hotel, took freshen up, and then went to the training ground to have some light training. Train on Thursday morning too, before they left to Ivory Coast. And then, you know, as you are watching this on Monday, the Gambia will play against Senegal
at the Teranga Alliance at 2 p.m. Gambian time. Mamadou, a big turning point there after the Scorpions training camp in Saudi. They came, and then the crazy thing was, like I said, KB, I'll come back to that, because I think there was a demand for a diplomatic passport by the players, which was issued to all of them. So when they came from the presidency, that is from the vice president, when everybody pay a certain amount of money, $300, I guess, to watch the Scorpion play, they decided to stay in their hotel, demanding for the bonus that was not paid. Mamadou, that was a turning point. Your take on that preparation all the way to the AFCON?
I think the preparation towards the AFCON was not that much good. As we all know, before the Scorpions left for Saudi, there was delay, and from Saudi to the Gambia, for them to left for Africos, we are also push and pull, because day before yesterday, they went to the State House in the morning to receive the battling flag. Then from the State House, they're supposed to come to the stadium to train in front of the fans, because they missed to play in front of the fans before departing to Cote d'Ivoire, and they did not appear due to unpaid bonuses, which leads to chaos in the stadium. I myself was at the stadium.
Oh yeah, so you are
to watch the Scorpion for the first time in 2 years, but due to circumstance, they could not appear in the stadium to play in front of fans. And in the morning, yesterday morning, they're supposed to go to Africos, and they boarded a chartered flight to Africos. On their way to Africos,
something happened.
Something happened.
But you, as you are living, you know that KB have already elaborated on that. But then, you are a living witness at the Independence Stadium on that day. How was the atmosphere like when this the Scorpions don't turn up? How was the? You were there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Full of push and pulls in the stadiums because the PIU even intervened because people starting vandalizing the door of the VIP, and even when the people were entering the conference hall, people started insulting. But before people know that the players are not coming, people were at the stadium singing, dancing. Even when Tom entered the stadium, if you hear the sound, people were shouting, clapping for Tom. Others are saying, Tom, we need good football. We need good football. But just minutes after, people realized that the Scorpions are not coming. People starting insulting, stoning bottles inside the pitch, which is so crazy that day in the stadium. If the PIU, after intervening, even they started firing tear gas in the stadium
to disperse the angry
crowds.
That was so chaotic out there, to be honest. And then that also is another delay in the preparation. But like I said, and the unfortunate thing, but alhamdulillah, they all came. But now they flew out of Gambia on an Airbus, very comfortable, everything cool. So they are, KB, yes, they talked about the, what do we call them? They talked about the diplomatic pass, which was given to them. So there was I think there was a little bit confusion here. Some said it was the diplomatic pass that they asked, not the bonus. But at the end of the day, I think diplomatic pass was already issued, but the bonus was the problem, KB. But on a serious note, do you think we have a good preparation? And also, do you think Gambia is going to make on your own, on your real participant, Gambia is going to make out of from that group?
Well, the preparation, like I said before, was the worst any other country would get. So
no international test match
among the 24 countries that are going to participate in the Ivory Coast AFCON. Then the Gambia has the worst preparation, no doubt about that. I even doubt whether the players are in the right mood to even play against Senegal, and that for me that is our most important match against Senegal. But I've seen them in the aeroplane waving goodbye, and then they are all smiles. But sometimes as professionals also, they can also hide some of their feelings.
Yeah.
It is very possible. But I'm sure they were not happy, because if you look at in fact, they started to vent their happiness even before traveling to Saudi.
Okay.
James Gomez was having an interview with his sister TV, and then he sounded unpleasant about how things were going in the Gambia, no training camp yet, and he was not happy about that. Yesterday, when they bought the plane, on that unfortunate scene happened on Wednesday rather, when that unfortunate scene happened, you see the message say the Janko release. He was not happy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but what is your correct take? Because let me just give you this before. Here we are. We are on board Air Cote d'Ivoire, Airbus 319, destination Yamoussoukro. All your prayers and well wishes needed. AFCON 2023, we are coming.
Yeah, I saw the pictures circulating on the internet, and then they seem very happy. But again, these are just.
But now your real perception, would Gambia make it out from that fall?
Even before all this drama happened,
yes,
any genuine football fan would know that it will only take the Gambia an almighty task to make it from this group, because this group is one of the most difficult group any minor will find. Any minor country will find themselves in. So in a country like the Gambia, with mega budget in football and sport, to find ourselves in this kind of group, it will be very difficult. Realistically, we know that we have a chance. Obviously, there is a chance for the Gambia to qualify. Not many people give us a chance for us to qualify in our first edition.
But we have a slim chance.
We went as far as in the quarterfinal. This time around, it will be very, very difficult, but yes, we can do it.
Thank you. Before we don't have much time, your real person that will Gambia make it from that group?
On paper, Gambia are given 25% of making out of that group. But hey, this is football. You can be better than me on paper. I come on the pitch, defeat you, show you. This is football now. You play 11, I play 11. Let me tell you, Gambia can surprise many people because many think that Gambia playing against Guinea-Conakry, Cameroon, and Senegal in the same group cannot make it. But take it from me today here. If they take Gambia lightly, Gambia can qualify in that group if they are not given the maximum respect. Because playing against your opponent, you disrespect your opponent. It may lead your opponent to defeat you.
Yeah, but we are talking about Mamadou. Mamadou, what is your, what do you think we can make it from that group? That's what I asked.
75% Gambia will make it from that group.
Thank you so much. Before we go, I saw something on some kind of a message on a video on the internet that somebody was trying to make, a football player was trying to make the group. Well, to be honest, like Mamadou said, it's football, but in that analysis, Gambia came fourth. Conakry, no, but listen, listen, we don't have much time. What I want to tell you is Gambia came fourth according to the analysis. Third was Guinea-Conakry. Second, in fact, was Cameroon, and Senegal was believed to top that group. This is exactly what happened. But like I said, to be honest, when you go on paper, on football-wise anywhere, I think these three nations are ahead of Gambia. But this is football. There is no underdog anymore. I think that was what made Gambia to have more results or very good position in the last one. So, and then it went all the way for Gambia, in fact, to be among teams that have been shortlisted. Three. I think that's huge for the nation Gambia. Where are all those countries? Gambia was shortlisted. Gambia, Morocco, and Senegal. So I think that's a huge. So watch out for Gambia. Don't take them lightly. KB, anything before your final word, because we're already done?
Yeah, I was just trying to say that realistically on paper, we are the lowest ranked team in AFCON among the 24 countries down there. So that explains how our position in the group. But again, that is before we kickstart. We kick the ball. So on Monday, then the real ranking will start from there. Any result we get from Monday will go direct to this to the table, and the table never lie.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
I'm coming to you, KB. Thank you so much for coming. And definitely, it's a very pleasure for me to be here for the second time with you. And I think it worth it. Thank you so very much for. And remember, do put it in your schedules that you might be called anytime to join the Sport League, Sport 360 Light. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Momo, you want to say something before?
I am saying this. Our game against Guinea-Conakry is going to be the tougher game than our game against Senegal, because Guinea-Conakry will come all out just to defeat the Gambia. Even if you listen to what Tom said during his press conference, you realize that Tom is afraid of Guinea-Conakry than Senegal. Because he said, if you look at the performance of Guinea-Conakry, it's increasing after the African Cup of Nations. Every team they made, they are just adjusting. And Senegal too is a team that can defeat.
All right, Mamadou, I think finally from you, we already, the time is already
I am
up.
thanking every individual who is joining us, watching us live. And I am also appealing to people that let them follow us for us to achieve what we are yearning or what we are dreaming for. This is a program that is started not long ago, and we want to reach our target. I am Mamadou B. Jallo, live at Atlantic Online TV at Farado.
Thank you so much, Mamadou. And of course, that does it for today. Like Mamadou said, of course, our viewership is going up every time. So we want you to be part of us. Atlantic TV, the Gambia, you get us and then follow us. We would like that. Also, sponsors are also invited. And this program is broadcast every Sunday from 8 to 9. And the program is called Sport 360 Light. I am Big Sam International, the host, and of course, co-host is Momodu. Thanks to my guest once again, Ibrahim Kevi Sonko. Until we come next time or next Sunday, keep on sporting.